Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, the Frosty Pack. My name is Nilaus and we are continuing this Let's Play. We have a certain number of things that are urgent and need to be paid attention to. Ironically, if we go to our temperature overlay and switch this relative overlay, we have some things that surprisingly, ice or cooling is a problem. I have made this part here with some ice temp shift plates so that the oxygen coming out here is nice and cold. We want to keep the base really cold because all of our farms, they require like -15 or something to that effect. So just letting it heat up is not an option. We need to keep it nice and cold, and that requires actually a constant addition of cooling. So what I've come up with is ice on rails. Here, I'm going to take all the ice that I sort of carve out and just put it into this box. From here, it'll be picked up and sent into this one, where it'll be sent back and then cooling the farms here because they were kind of overheating. These ones were kind of overheating, so let's get them back. And then they get into this repository. What we can also do, really simple, is actually just if we find some nice ice here, -30 degree ice, -33 degree ice, then I can just move that over to this location and just sort of let it restart that loop and then keep it cooling. So what we have now is also a really cool thing. This nectar here is super amazing because it comes out at, where are you? 27 degrees, and I have 4,400 kilos of it, and I keep getting more from here. So we're getting a lot of nectar. We're getting a little bit of ethanol, and we want to use the nectar for making plastic. We want to use the also get starting on the metal refinery. Metal refinery is a little bit tricky, so I want to, or I have a really cool build for a metal refinery, but I'm not going to use that now because that requires a lot of steel, and we need to get the steel first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two things and put them here. That's going to be a problem with the wiring. Yeah, we're going to have to do some switcherinos here with the wires to get this up and running. Oh, this is already overloaded, so adding another 1200 to this is probably not going to be a great idea. Let me just figure that out as well. I think I'm going to lead this over here and then take this one down here and upgrade that to a 2000 wire. Yeah, let's do that. Anyway, we're going to put that here, and we are also going to do the refinery of the plastic. That's going to be our main part today there. And this will be venting some steam, which will just fall down, easy. It'll be exporting some carbon dioxide, which is not a problem because we already have carbon dioxide right here. So it's just getting that straight in here is not a problem. And then it's going to be making a lot of heat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take the water from here. This is kind of weird. Let's cut that out there, and that one as well. That's weird as well. Let's actually just take this out. I don't know what I'm going to need that for. Yeah, let's remove this there. Right, but I do want to have that going up. Maybe like this then? No, hold on. It goes up here, and then it goes in there. No, there. Yeah? It feels weird that it does like that. And then, actually, let's go this way, because then I keep dope, and I can just do this and then drop it out. So basically what I do now is I pump this water that's 20 degrees, I pump it up here, and then it gets added, I think, about 40 degrees, then it comes out at 6 degrees, and then this whole pool will just gradually heat up. Oh yeah, this sucks. There was a repository of ethanol here that's now everywhere. Let's just mop the whole damn thing up. Right, and here we go. This one will be built. I'm not going to start them actually producing anything just now. We just want to make sure this gets working. But I want to look into the cooling of that once we've figured out the electricity as well. There we go. We are now ready for the next stage. We are... have we upgraded this? No. We'll just want this light up here. So we are now ready for the metal refinery. We're also made here. I do have some coal. Why not just use that? So let's do that forever and ever so that we are going to get coal. And then over here, I'm going to do steel forever and ever. And then I'm going to do some iron. Let's do 50 of those. Great. So that's a part. This one will need a polymer intake. So what we actually have in terms of this polymer intake is that we have some absolutely amazing cooling up here that just needs to get into play here. And I'm going to change that here. And then let's see. And there. And then I love this cut function that they've added that. There we go. All right, so this will now be able to come out, and then I should be looking at, where could I use it for cooling? I should use it for cooling in here, because this is pretty warm, like really warm. So maybe I'll just lead it through here to warm it up, because if I'm going to be burning the nectar, or converting the nectar into plastic anyway, I might as well get something useful out of it. So that means we're going to be dragging the nectar out here, somewhere around here back, and also using it for cooling down here before going into the plastic build. Let's draw that up. I think something along these lines. It's now going through the polluted water, which is very warm. If you look at it, very warm, so we'll pick up a lot of heat, and then it goes through this one. It just goes a lot back and forth. That's a lot of iron we're using here, so let's make sure we get a little bit more iron. This is constrained by lime, and that means we can only do like 32 batches of that. So that's also fine. This is chugging along and generating a lot of heat. So the next thing we want to do, actually we have like a little pet project out here as well. It's a non-trivial pet project. That's not the cleaning part, but it's the fact that we can actually get some tickled tooties. Yes, that's actually what the debuff is called. We have so many of these reed fibers from the mammoth. So why don't we just go here and make some private bedrooms? They are a lot more complicated than they used to. Okay, never mind. Okay, not this many now. Then I'm gonna do here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then they need to be 6 tiles wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna do that. And then the middle one here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. So that is going to be 3 rooms on each. That's kind of expensive. They will need some kind of 2 aesthetic buildings in each. I'm just going to do the granite here. That's going to be super easy to do. And then we'll get the bed, which is a little bit problematic because that needs the plastic. We don't have any plastic yet, but once we get the plastic, then this is also going to get built. So we'll just get this started to sort of get this built, and then we can continue down here. This is not having any liquids. Well, that's kind of silly because all it needs is just a hydro sensor just going when it's above. So it'll start pumping in the water, but here we have the problem with this water coming in is not actually going to be great. Because it'll be heating up this water that's already warm quite rapidly. So we need something to cool it off. And we have the perfect thing. We have ice on rails. So I'm going to take this ice on rails and simply detach it here. There. And then... No, not actually there. Maybe actually here. And then get this... where we dispense a rail. That goes in here, and then you're gonna go down here, and then go back and forth here a lot. And that's just iron. Go here, and then go back up, and then you know what? Just this one also deserves some cooling. And there, and then go up here and go. No, you know what? This one actually deserves some cooling as well. It's silly. It isn't though. And then it goes up and goes back in. And that's going to be in and out. And here, one way and the other way. There. So I need to build all of this before it actually starts going. And then that will help a lot with the cooling down here. Then I'm also going to make some temperature plates. It is so tempting to make some good temperature plates, like make them out of ice because then they melt. But actually... they melt instantly, and they don't actually get... There's something about, like, they only... 1/5 of it is effective as actually the ice going on belts. So if we can get the ice going on belts, then we can get all this done really well. Maybe, just maybe, I should keep the other things. Nah, I don't want to keep that going, but... So, what we have now is what we're working on. This one is kind of problematic. Maybe I have blocked these off. No, they can work. Here. Okay, so what we need to get now is we get the... nectar, which is nice and cold, go through, heating up in this area, and then go in here, heating up in this area a lot, and then going in and making plastic. Excellent. And the only output will be some gas, which is not really a big deal. What I also want is maybe just make a sconce here, so that they get some oxygen in this location. I think that's actually fine. There we go. Because there's too much I can also just do some airflow tiles out on the side. I think that's kind of a reasonable thing to do that there before they get upgraded. So now we have a lot of stuff that needs to be done, and we just play the waiting game. And now we get the flow of nectar coming in. Yes, the nectar is coming in. Remember, we just check it out here. It's coming in at minus 29.4, and then it goes through this area and it just heats up absolutely ridiculously amount. And then it actually comes out here as being 14 degrees. Okay, well, this thing is probably going to be cooled off at some point. But the good news, I thought, was that it would come in here and heat up. Let's see this. Okay, they're coming on 10 degrees. And yeah, okay, there's a lot of heat that gets dissipated in this area. That's okay. We'll need that. Down here, it just keeps going up, and then it goes up to the 20 degrees. That is the temperature of the water. We can also see that the water coming out is 57. The water goes in is 55. It started out less than 20, but it's sort of, this reservoir has already increased in temperature. So what we're doing now is just getting the last bit of these rails here. This is the last bit of rails. And once we get the last bit of the rails going, also this, then we'll start. I've disconnected here, and then we'll send the ice through this. Because what happens if the ice melts? Well, it just adds to the reservoir, so that's nice. So it's not really a big deal if the reservoir is, if the water is melting here, and it'll be resetting all the way through. So it's perfect, and these are just coming in, the last few, and there, and that one. And that means we should now be able to do this. We should be able to do that. Oh, right, that thing is still done. And these, the last of the temp shift plates are also going. And we're just going to take now, the temperature is 27 degrees that's coming in. And now, once it's done, we're now going to get it. So here it's really important. 26 degrees is what the first blob is coming in. And as it goes into the water and interacts, then we should be seeing that this goes up rapidly. 23, minus 23. And minus 18 and minus 14. This is brilliant. Ice on rails is brilliant. And minus 10. It might just barely get through. Minus 8. And once it passes up here, it is going to be minus 8. Okay, so this, and it goes through past this part. Then I'm also going to get some temp shift plates behind these. And we do granite temp shift plates because they're fine. That one, that one, that one. That one, that one, that one. That one. There we go. Just get those temp shift plates. And I'm just going to power them up. And we get the first bit of plastic. Absolutely amazing. And we have like an absolute flurry. That's a little bit too much of a flurry here. And we see that these are coming back. This ice is now minus 9 degrees, minus 5 degrees when it comes back, but it comes out as minus 33. So all of that heat gets taken, extracted out of the ice in a really efficient way. And this is of course not sustainable, because at some point we'll just have used all the ice. But on the other hand, we can also look at this water. This water is still going up to 30 degrees, but I think that now we're actually having a pretty damn good way of cooling it down. We're heating the nectar up from 10 degrees to 22 degrees, 23 degrees. And also we're heating up the ice coming in. Let's actually just have a look at the ice coming in here. Minus 29, minus 30 degrees, and minus 10. So we take 20 degrees of temperature out of this. That is pretty damn cool. The next one is going to be up here. We'll just keep this running because now this is stable. We now have the plastic that we need. That means we can actually also make the plastic beds, which is amazing. We can't make a lot of them, but we can make a little bit. There, we can just check that. And that's going to be... I'll make it here, and I'll make it in the middle. And then I'm going to make it here, right? So these... There. And I am building way too many. There. And this will only be like 12 dupes. So this is how I treat my dupes, because the dupes are amazing. The dupes are patron supporters. So if you're a patron supporter of Templar or Master rank, then you can leave a comment below. And if you're not already in the base, or you can join in the live streams, and then you get the luxury of being yelled at in here for doing silly things. But on the other hand, you get a nice private bedroom. But the private bedroom isn't even complete yet, which is kind of crazy. Let's see, we are gonna get some more bedrooms here, and we're gonna get like they need drywall as well. So for example, I'm gonna get some drywall, and that's like wallpaper in the best 70s style. We get some juicy wallpaper here, And we just need to paint that everywhere as well. So that's more stuff that needs to be done. What else can we get? Like what other kind of silly wallpaper? There's one called Southwest. Let's do that. Figure out what that is. That is also very much a 70s style. So we'll just paint over all this, and that means the dupes are going to be super busy with that while they are busy making more steel, more iron, and more... what else is there? Fresh white. Ooh, that sounds nice. Ice panel. Let's also get an ice panel up here. Sure, let's also get an ice panel. Right, so this is just one of those... We'll just wait a little bit until all of this gets done and see what happens then. The next project we want to get started on is actually on here, a refinement. Also getting in... Where is it? It is a... Where is it? Ethanol distiller. Yes, that one. We'll build it like this. So ethanol distiller needs, you guessed it, ethanol. And... Or, no, it doesn't need ethanol. It's producing ethanol. That's kind of a big difference. There we go. So that produces ethanol. And it needs water coming in, or wood coming in. So this is pretty good. Let's see if... what else it does. The ethanol distiller. It has produced ethanol, polluted dirt, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is just in the surrounding area, and polluted dirt is dropped on the ground, and ethanol is being pumped out. So that's pretty good. No additional inputs. That is excellent. So this one just needs to get done as well, and then we'll see. I don't have a lot of wood, and I think that might be because I don't know actually. I think I should get more. These are 7 out of 8. This is 8 out of 8. So if there's a random one here that's... Oh, the seal. By the way, the seals don't drown down here. So that's a little bit of a problem that I need to figure out what to do with. We got steel and we got plastic as well. 0 grams of kilograms of plastic, because every time we have plastic, we're going to bring it up here as well. So more time to pass. So something interesting has happened here is that the fact that we have now run out of lime completely, and with this steel that we have, that's kind of the steel we get. 3,800 steel, that's it. Well, we are getting more lime in from just eggshells here and there. Each eggshell gives us 5 lime, so that's nice. There's another thing that's running out here, that is the coal. So that means this one, the kiln, which is also producing an ungodly amount of heat, is actually going to stop now producing anything. Once it goes up, then as you can see, it does not, it just doesn't exist anymore. Coal in here. There is, okay, there's like a little bit left, and then it completes. But this one isn't really doing anything because I just set it here. I can keep going with more iron. The plastic keeps pushing out more plastic because I need it for the beds, and we can now start assigning these glorious little dupes to their new and glorious beds. Everyone needs to get a bed. Oh, there. And so we don't need to play favorites. Everyone is awesome, and then we can get that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, and I have 18. So let's get one more, and I think I want to make it maybe down here, maybe all the way down there. Yeah, let's make it all the way down here. Despite our best intentions of keeping up with the ethanol distiller here, then we just don't have enough. So I need to do something else. There's 2 ways to fix ethanol, and that is, or sort of alleviate the problem of lacking ethanol. That's either produce more ethanol. This is what we try to do with the ethanol distiller. And the other one is try to do something else except ethanol. And we kind of have both options down here. We found a little ethanol deposit. So that goes under the let's get more ethanol. And the other one is, how about we get rid of our excessive consumption of ethanol. And I'm just going to be plopping one of these down. Okay, always the wrong place. And there. And the other one is, look at this, 473 kilograms. That's insane. That's an insane amount of... yeah, so what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to build something. We're going to be building an airlock here, so that we can tap all of this in a safe manner. We're going to get an airlock. What kind of... We're going to actually get an airlock with mercury. I know some of you will be shuddering at the idea of using mercury for this. And this will simply go up. Yeah. And then afterwards it'll go up here. Oops. Okay, let me just go it up here. Then I'm gonna go have at the same location as this, I'm gonna have the new power plants as well, which will be a natural gas power plant. So 1, 2, 3, and then we take this one out. So that goes up here, in, and these are also going out. That will be the carbon dioxide out. These ones here, the natural gas, they take, well, natural gas inbound, 30 grams per second. That's not so much. And they need a liquid output, and they're going to be dripping out water. So that's going to be like this. And that means we down here needs to have some kind of lip to make sure that this collects some polluted water, if that's how it goes. Then we also need power down here, and we also need like a power line. Oh no. Okay, so that's problematic. First of all, you don't get to do anything. You need to go out here. You go out there, and then you're going to be digging that one and that one. Yes. Yeah. And then you're going to be digging that one. And now you need to get out. Okay. Whew, easy. Easy money. That was a little bit close. There you go. Crisis averted. Anyway, this is going to be dug out as well. And it'll be there, that one. I'll need some power in here. And that's not needing a lot of power, but I do need some power here. So I'm going to drag this up. And I can drag it I can just drag it randomly over here. Sure. But I'm also going to get the heavy watt wire, which will drag the other way. And then it'll be kind of problematic here. So I'm going to take this door out. And then simply don't let them go through here, and then make a heavy watt wire instead. Perfect. Oh, they deleted something. That was not good. Right, whatever. They need to delete something here. So now we built this part down here. This liquid pump is ready to pump out, but it's not going to be pumping anything out until we have the completed power line. So we just need a little bit more, and unfortunately I decided to build it with cinnabar ore, but hey, look at that. All that beautiful cinnabar ore is delivered. That means the next thing after this one, I'm prioritizing this on priority 7 and then priority 6 on this one and this one, because, you know, we want to start getting there. And that should actually start pumping. Yes. Well, that's one pump. Oh, no power. Yeah, okay. So it's a little bit short on power. That's a little bit of a problem. I'm going to do it in another way. I'm simply going to set up a new transformer station. Power transformer, a small one here. I'm simply going to make that one and that one. And then I'm going to get you. Let's use some proper wire for this. There. And get a wire bridge like that. And then also get the heavy watt wire connection there. And the heavy watt wire. Connect. Not that one. And then once that's done, I can delete this, I guess. And then we just do all this priority 7, and it should be fine. So finally we have now more ethanol coming in. That's a really nice supply of ethanol. It's minus 1 point something degrees. That's not particularly cold, but it's certainly going to help. We are actually almost running out of ethanol. That's not good, and this one's not going to keep it. So we are going to be very, very happy with this. Then we are also, that's the part increasing the ethanol. The next one is decreasing the other stuff that isn't ethanol to get in here. And I need all this done, and I can start hitting in this with mercury. That seems so crazy that I'm putting mercury in here, doesn't it? But hey, I think that's the right thing to do. We'll see. Alright, we now build a vacuum in here, and now it's time for us to remove this. It should be easy, and then go over here, because now we know that whatever comes in here will only be this gas, because that's the only thing that's there, and now therefore we can actually bring it up and bring it into these two. That should be ready to build, and this is a little bit concerning about the quantity, how much is actually coming in. So I think I'll just take these ones and just go push them up to 2000 copy settings, and you're going to be 2000 as well, so that there's going to be less carbon dioxide on this line, and therefore more easily to get that one in. Okay, this will be set to 20, and then it'll go to 90. That means when it drops the power here, the smart battery drops to 20%, then it's going to power this one on and boost it up to 90%. This one is set to 40%. So that means that when it drops to... that's actually not correct, because that means this one activates before, this one should be 20, and the other one should be 40, or 30 at least. There you go, because I want this to activate before. Okay, we are now ready, and now we get some very brave dupes. Need to go in here and kill these two tiles, and then unleash it. They're going to be getting popped out eardrums, major eye irritation. It's going to be nasty, but just run out, okay? Just quickly run out. They're probably going to go in and do some sweeping just to bring stuff in here. Let's sweep that as well. And let's see. Hopefully they're somewhat equally distant fast. There we go. And I'm just going to sweep these two just because then it gets done. And what we see now is we get lots and lots of count of here of natural gas. Natural gas should be starting. This one is... There we go. They're going to be starting and firing it up. Once they reach 90%, they will be stopping. They are not reaching 90%. Damn, they're not reaching 90%. Damn, the consumption is way bigger than we had expected. But these are going to work. They are going to be awesome. They will just push in here. And now we're just using 90 plus 90, 180 gas per second, which is not much. And we're also getting a lot more ethanol. That's perfect. We're getting a lot more dupes, getting comfy beds. Look at how well things are going in this space. This is brilliant. What even is there to worry about? Now, there's tons of things. We need we need more sustainable power, because this is kind of temporary. We need a more sustainable way to make wood. We need some to go out and explore, because there are cool things out here. Like there's some neutronium here. There's some neutronium down here as well, and we also found that one as well. So there's definitely a lot of cool things. Plus we actually don't even have the next tier of research yet, so definitely need to get that. Okay, so we have one person who's missing. We'll get you somewhere. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you are enjoying the series. I'm going to stream it, continue streaming it on Twitch. It's super fun to play, and I'll be seeing you either on Twitch or here on YouTube. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.